Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I want to show you a really cute kind of like mini journal that I won from, oh there's a little heart there, from Samantha Jared, and this is not supposed to be there. Sorry about that, I was just cleaning off my mat, because we're going to use this mat instead of the glass one. Anyway, from Samantha Jared here on YouTube. I won this. It was part of her 400 subscriber giveaway. So she did a really nice job. This is my Digi Butterflies and Mushrooms. It's really funny that I ended up winning that, and I'm very happy because it's really cool to see like your artwork used by somebody else to do their artwork. So it's just fun. So it unties. It's got this nice kind of, I'm not even sure what this would be. It's kind of a linen-y sort of fabric, a little bit thicker. And then there's a little pocket here. And then this is one of the tags that's in the kit, and she's backed it with, it looks to be like maybe Grammy's Keepsakes or Rachel at Roxy Creations coffee dye, one of the two of those, I would say. I could be wrong. And then she does a video on this too, so if you want, go over and check out her channel. And then this is a journaling card with mushrooms, and then that's definitely Rachel at Roxy Creations. I recognize that. And she gave me a little note, so I'm going to leave it in the pocket. And it just opens up like this. This little pocket is in the Mushrooms and Butterfly kit, and so is this tag, and she backed it. I think that's Rachel's too. And then this is in the kit. So super cute little little journal. Great idea to use those. They're kind of bigger pockets to put things in. And then she's got coffee dyed, really nice coffee dye. This journaling tag is in that kit. She's clipped it, paper clipped it onto some ledger paper. And then this is some of the paper, I believe, from Amazon that looks like coffee dyed paper, but it's just, you can just buy like a whole stack of it. And there's like 3 or 4 different designs. One of the butterflies. There's some notebook paper, coffee dyed. This is some of that manila paper that you can get on Amazon. It's manila drawing paper. This ledger, coffee dye. There's a little tuck up here. It's so cute. I love it because it looks like a little postage stamp. And then there's a little tag using papers from my kit. She made that tag. And then a little ticket. Super cute. And I'm not sure whose ticket that is, but it's adorable. And then I love the little, like I said, this looks like a little postage stamp, but it's a paper clip, like an altered paper clip up there. And then this is Grammy's Keepsake. I'm pretty sure she has some of the original coffee dyed paper from her. It's beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? And then this is a little short tag. So cute. Samantha. Awesome. And that's the middle of the signature, obviously, because the ties are there. And then the coffee dyed, and she put another one of these pockets from the kit. There's a mushroom tag that she collaged. This is a piece of Tim Holtz wallpaper, and then a craft colored tag with some of the mushrooms from the kit there. So cute. Samantha does great work, and she does have an Etsy shop. I'm not sure if she's got anything in there right now, but you could definitely contact her. She does a great job. And if I didn't say, I think I said, but she's on my design team. So this was one of her design team projects. So cute. Handmade by Samantha Jarrett. That's really cool, Samantha. I need to get one of those. And then this is a collage tag that she did. And another one. Very nice. And then some more Tim Holtz wallpaper in there. And then that pocket. Love it. So thank you so much, Samantha. I was so excited I had to open it yesterday when I got it. I didn't have time to do a video yesterday, so but yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. I was so shocked when I won that. I'm like, oh my goodness. So that was super fun. So So thank you for that, and congratulations on 400 subscribers. That's awesome and amazing. So I'm going to just set this out of the way. We're going to start working on the journal cover for the Valentine's journal. So this was, like I said, one of those paper pumpkin boxes from Stampin' Up! That their little monthly kits come in, and it was covered in that orange, kind of reddish orange with polka dots, and you can just peel this off, just in case you haven't seen. Just have to get a hold of that top layer, and it can be tricky, like you might have to, you know, try again, but it will come off. And then if you want the corrugated cardboard look like I did on the last journal, you just have to pick at that next layer and peel, but I'm not going to do that on this one because I just want it like this. And so I cut it down to, let's see, what did I end up doing? I was going by the size of the pages, and this is quite often the size that I use. This is almost 6.5 by 9, 6.5 by 9. So that's the size that that journal will be. And I just mixed up some glue and water, and it's like 2 parts of white glue and 1 part water. And we're just going to do some decoupaging on here. And I decided that I want to do kind of monochromatic, and what I mean by that is it's not really black and white because there's, you know, kind of the yellowing effect of age for like the music paper, and then I did ink these a little bit, but these are the papers, and these are scrapbook papers, and I chose these because digitals oftentimes will bleed because they're printed out from printers, so it depends on your type of printer. Some printers, I think it's the inkjets or whatever, don't have that problem, and but mine will bleed unless they're printed for a long time, so that's why I didn't like use stuff from what we've been working with. Plus, like I said, I kind of wanted this black and white on the underneath part, and you'll see what the next step is. It'll give it color. So anyway, we're gonna just do that. I found this music paper had this image of this lady, and it just kind of cracked me up. I like that. I'm gonna use that on here somewhere. So right now I'm gonna kind of do the middle part, and you want to remember wherever your bend is, you either want it like completely over it so that it doesn't peel up, because like if you just do the very edge, when it folds, you know, that paper just automatically wants to stick up like that. So that's just something to think about. And I got this idea from Yvonne Preston, and she got it from Artie Mays. I haven't watched Artie Mays' video on it. I only watched Yvonne Preston's. So Yvonne did it on a paper bag cover that she was working on. I'm not sure what Artie Mays did it on, but anyway, Yvonne did it on a paper bag. So the difference is I'm doing this cardboard, but you could do it on like file folder or paper bag, you know, lots of different surfaces because you're really just decoupaging. So, but it turns out pretty neat. I like all the layers and things, and you'll get what I'm talking about after we get going. But for now, we're just going to decoupage, so if you are not interested in watching this part, because you know, may not be exciting, so you can always go on to something else, or fast forward, or whatever. I'm going to do all the steps. I just want people to see. I have lots of new subscribers. I have lots of people who have said that they're new to junk journaling, so welcome, welcome. I'm ecstatic to hear that, because sometimes I worry it's going to go away and there aren't that many people that do it, and it would just, we'd be able to find more product, you know, if we had more people doing it, obviously. And so I'm really happy to hear that there's lots of new people. That's so fun. So I want to make sure I'm showing you how I do stuff step by step, so it's definitely a process. And you can see I inked that a little. I used waterproof ink, but it definitely is, you know, but it's kind of cool because now it matches the music paper a little better. And I am going to come in here and kind of get it. I just want to make sure this edge doesn't lift, because that's no good. So make sure you get your edges good. I mean, you can always come along and trim And that's what Yvonne did. She left hers hanging off, and I may in some spots depending on the piece and how I want it. But this one I wanted right up to the edge here. So that is on there. And we're going to do some painting and some other stuff too. And then I think I'm going to put her, tear these down a little bit. I've had a lot of people say they're new to collaging and they struggle with it. And so what I can tell you, and it's not like I'm the master or anything like that, but when I started doing it, I was using too small of pieces, you know, to collage with. And I discovered that that was a lot of my problem. I think you need, you know, at least some bigger pieces, because otherwise you are going to have that issue of feeling like it's just not working or whatever. And the other thing that I've noticed when collaging is that if you have too many pieces like all the same size, then it starts to look too organized. So I don't know, that's just kind of what I've found. I'm going to cut this one off up at the top, so I'm hanging it over. She doesn't look very happy or Valentine's-y, but I just like that image. It's just cool. I just love old pictures. I could look at old pictures for hours. I do that sometimes. I go on Pinterest and just look at old photographs. That's probably why I have so many like that I've kept and stuff. These are We Are Memory Keepers. I've had lots of questions about these rulers too. And you get 3 of them, and you get a water pen to help you rip like with these more jagged edges. So that's how they come, is in a set of 3. And they're on Amazon. And I think I'm going to just tear this one any which way here. And I'm not sure where I got these papers. I think I might have gotten this at Joann's. It's either Joann's probably or Hobby Lobby, because those are the ones that I have nearest me. Could have been Michael's though too, so I apologize for that. They've been in my stash for a bit. So I'm just going to keep adding stuff to this. And this part may not seem super exciting as far as what I'm choosing to put on here, but we're going to do another layer, so hopefully it will be more interesting. This one's going to go, oh, it needs to come up a little bit more. And if there's little spots like that that don't have anything and you can't, you know, you're not finding a way to line it up right like this, I don't want to cover that bottom, so I can put another little piece in the next layer there and it'll be fine. Move this before I get glue all over it. So I hope you're all having an awesome weekend. It's been nice here. And sometimes I will ink all the edges as I'm collaging, but this one I'm not that worried about it because, like I said, there is going to be another layer. So let's see, what else do we want? Upside down. I don't know, I can't even tell, so I'm not going to worry about it. It is a well. I mean, you want to make sure you get a good coat down, but you don't want so much that it's just, you know, a slopping mess kind of thing. And this scrapbook paper I've had for ages. It came in a paper pack and it was like wedding paper. So I don't know where in the world I got that one. Let's see what else. Oh, we could put some doily. A little over half, I think. gonna see that brown under there, so we need to cover it with something else first. Let me grab some of this. This is from this music paper, so I'm just gonna put a piece of this here. Don't want to see the cardboard. So I'm going way over the bend just to make sure that my, oops, too far. I actually take it down more and cut it off because I want to see the music. Make sure you get those edges good, especially like this piece of music because it's a little rolled, you know. Try to flatten it out a little more. I'm starting to get a little bit of bubbles, so if you see bubbles, like just make sure you're smoothing out to the edges. That'll help with that. With some pressure, that'll help. Just wants to bubble right here for some reason. Sorry, I'm trying to stay on there for you guys. We don't want music paper because we have a piece right in the middle. Let's go with another piece of this. Sorry. I know the spine will probably end up covered. There's a piece of this. That was in that same wedding pack of paper that I had. And I can cover that with something else. And this one I'm going to just kind of go to the edge since it's, you know, a good edge. I really have to get it in there. I'll probably put lace or something on the spine, so. That spot just doesn't want to stick down. I have this little piece, I think I'll put it right here. We'll probably end up covering up the top part. So I'm not worried about the cardboard showing through on that one as much as I was the other one. I don't know if I want music paper right there next to that other piece of music paper. Maybe I'll use I want this rose somewhere specifically, so that's what I'm doing if you're wondering what in the world. But I think I'm going to use it because so like problem when you like designs like on the whole thing, you don't want to tear it. Maybe that's just me. I'm going to come all the way kind of to the edge of this, and I am going to end up covering that just a bit, but I think it's alright. That spot is just going to give me heck right there. There's kind of a bump in the cardboard, so maybe that's what it was. Okay. Now I want music paper. I love this piece. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? Let's do this. And I need to come down and hang off the edge because of, you know, I don't want to see the cardboard. So I really want to thank all of you guys. I know I say that a lot, but I really do mean it because it's been awesome. All your comments are amazingly kind, and got lots of people. And bonjour, I have Annie from France who has been commenting, and so I've been taking her comments and putting them into Google Translator. So that's been kind of fun. You know, kind of clueless on that whole thing, but my son was helping me. It's just a really neat thing, so thank you. And I get people from everywhere, Canada and Australia, and I don't even know, I'm sure I'm forgetting people, sorry, I'm not trying to. But it's just super fun, and everybody's so nice, and I just really appreciate it. So thank you to all of you. And lots of new subscribers, like I was saying, and lots of new people to junk journaling. I had someone ask me why it's called junk journaling, and my understanding is that it started with people using just junk mail to do their journals, and that's what the whole journal is made out of. And so, just a wearing for you. It's kind of funny. That's where the junk part comes from, because I know, like, you see them and you're thinking, what in the world, they're not junky, you know, whatever. But it's kind of just evolved into this really cool artistic thing, you know. And beautiful journals. Oh my gosh, I've seen the most beautiful journals. So thank you for asking. That's how I understand it. I'm not an expert, but let's see. Kind of need a piece that's going to go in there. Like that. I don't want to cover all of that up. But that is a very good question, because I see journals and I think, wow, that is not a junk journal at all. I mean, it's not junky, you know. They're beautiful. So, yeah, but that's how I understand it came to be. I need to do it like that. It's so funny how it's doing that with the ink, because that was the waterproof ink, it wasn't the Distress ink. Let's use another piece of this. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what I want here. I'm just really excited that there's so many new people interested. I just totally ripped that way too skinny. Amy, jeez, sometimes I wonder about myself. So I'll come over here and try to get this, and like I said, I can cover it with the next layer too, if necessary. Because that doily right there is a little bit see-through, but when it dries it might be a little bit better, because it's real wet right now. I might use some more doily. But we gotta cover it first, right? I do with just the blank paper. I could use some of this handwriting. I want to use another piece of this. I know that it's the same thing as there, but I just really like this paper. It's very pretty. And like I said, I'm not sure. I think Hobby Lobby's where I got this one, but you know, that was like well over a year ago, so I cannot be positive that they still have that one. Okay, and then I do want some doily, like I said. Do this type of thing, I think. I'm going to hang it over and it'll get cut. I think I might need a little more under here. It's starting to dry in spots. I'm just checking spots to make sure that stuff's down real good. Don't want anything coming loose. I think I'm going to cover that with something else. Some of this writing. Hopefully this won't lift when it folds. We'll see. I can fix it if it does, but okay, so I'm gonna let that dry, and when it's dry I'll come back and it'll be this video, and we'll do the next step, but it just has to dry, so I'll be back in a minute. Hi everybody, I'm back. So it's all dry. I trimmed around the edges. I sanded it a little bit just to, you know, kind of make these a little smoother. And then I did add a little more ink using my brush and this archival ink. That is coffee, is that what that one's called? All right, I'm going to grab a piece of paper. I forgot to do that. I might need two. We're going to paint, and I made this paint color using white acrylic paint, and that's pretty much, it was mostly white acrylic paint, and then I added 1 drop of Cardinal Crimson And that's really all you need if you're going to do this. And then I took this vintage photo distress ink, and I literally just like on the bottom of the bowl before I mixed anything, I just touched it like 4 times, just maybe it was 5, I think it was 5, and then mixed it all with that white. So this is what I came up with. It's just kind of a really pale, soft pink color. So I'm going to take that off before I get that ink everywhere. Put it in the fire. Okay, so I just want a really thin coat, so I'm going to take my old yucky towel here because I'm going to probably need to wipe it off in spots, and I'm wiping a lot of it off of my brush because I don't want super thick. You probably can't, it almost looks white in the camera, but I promise you it's a little bit pink. And I'm just going to lightly go over it. And like I said the last time when I did the other journal, it's kind of better to keep it going one direction than, you know, switching your directions. I don't really want the lines, so. Oops, there's some red in there, huh? In my brush. I get her face so I can see it better. I'm going to add a little water to this. I'll be right back. Okay, hi, I'm back. I just wanted to add a little bit of water to this to thin it out a little bit. It was kind of thick and not doing what I wanted. Because I still want to see what's under there. This is kind of the way I did that winter digi. This paintbrush has just a touch of red in it still. So you can see it's kind of giving it sort of a splotchy effect. And this isn't exactly how Yvonne did it. She used gesso. I don't have any gesso. She did, you know, wipe it off in spots and do that, so it's just a little different. Because I'm using this pinky kind of color. It's kind of coming out different. But I'm liking it. If you don't like to get messy, don't do this. Because you're gonna... I'm kind of liking the splotchy effect there. We're going to be adding another layer too, so I don't want to put any more. I put some on her face and I kind of feel like I messed up that picture, so I don't really want to put any more on her face. So this has kind of just made it really lightly pink. It's funny how it keeps wiping off in that crack like that. I don't do a lot of mixed media, so this is kind of all new to me. I mean, I've done a few, very few things, but I guess you could consider some of the shadow boxes and stuff I made mixed media, but I don't do a ton of it. So there's that. It's looking very pinky. I really want, I'm going to sand a little right there. See if I can't get some of that. It's really lightly. I'm not hardly pushing at all. Just want to take the paint off. I don't want to take the color of, you know, the photo off. There we go. Just want to be able to like see your eyes and stuff, you know. Okay, so I think that's good. I'm just going to let this dry, and it's not going to take very long because it's almost dry already. So I'll be right back. Okay, hi, I'm back. So it's dry now, and I'm going to do a little bit more sanding in some spots just so some things show a little better. Not a lot, just a little. Okay. Is there any dust? Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is put some napkins on here. So I've got my little cup. And just white glue. I'm going to add a little water. Water's got a tiny bit of paint in it from that other paintbrush, but it's not like the end of the world. Just to thin it up a little. You don't, I mean, you don't even really have to do this. You can just do the glue, but it's just a little thicker. Okay. So I have these, and I got these from Denise. Thank you, Denise. I'm finally using them. I did use one corner of this one for something else, but, and it says love and amour and all of that on it too, so it's cute. I don't have a whole lot of napkins, so I don't do a ton of this, but had a few that would work, so we're going to try it. I'm taking off this really textured side because I don't want that much texture on it. Just want the image, really. And this is just one of those water, like for watercoloring or whatever you want to use it for. I'm just going to go down on this corner right here, put some of this. And this will help, you know, with the underneath coat as well. I'm going to bring it over a little because I want to catch that love. And like Yvonne was saying, which is great advice, you start in the middle, it works better because you can work out the bubbles. And you just want to go real soft. You don't want to push too hard because obviously the napkin can rip. And the torn edge on the napkin just makes it disappear. Sometimes if you're having like a straight edge, it kind of, there's a little extra piece right there. Throw that away. You can see it, you know what I mean? Whereas if you get rid of that edge, it just lays better and it looks better. It's more of a natural edge. Just trying to lightly brush out any wrinkles and things. air bubbles. Oops, see, I did it too hard right there. Okay. So I'm gonna let that one go, and then we'll do another one. Sorry, my cat's screaming at my son, because that's what she does. Just lightly touching these down. There's a few spots where it's kind of bubbly and wrinkly from the water. Okay, so that's that one. And then I have other ones, but I don't know if I want to use them. I'm really just kind of liking this on here. Get this out of the way a little. So I'm just going to go around it again. And that's kind of what Yvonne did too. She just used kind of one image. She had a bigger napkin, so it covered up more. The other napkins I have are a little darker, and I kind of want to stay with this lighter look. Okay, this one I'm going to put up at the top. I love this napkin, Denise. It's fabulous. I never find really pretty ones like that. I mean, I find them sometimes at the dollar store, but this is just so light and like shabby chic-ish. That's what I like about it. Oh, I forgot to put the glue underneath, but it's okay because napkin's so thin and porous that it will, you know, soak through. Just lightly down that. My son went with my husband. They're leaving. They're gonna go run some errands, but so now the cat's gonna sound all sad because her buddy left. She loves him. She likes to sit in his lap while he's on his computer. Alright, I kind of feel like it does need something else, but these are so dark, I don't know if they'll go together. Maybe just some of the music, or just the rose. Well, I guess we can hold it up to it and see what it looks like. Put this in here. Try to get one of these roses out. The only problem is they're right on those folds, but I guess that'll all work out once it is on the paper. Oh, this part's not bad. It's just so dark, the rest of this. Sorry, I'm kind of quiet. I'm concentrating. Oops. Let's see here if we can do something with this. I got water on there. Okay, maybe part of it. Yeah, I'm just not liking it because it's so different. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm going to go ahead and use the last one of these somewhere on here. Alright, now I gotta figure out where I want it. I feel like that might be too much the same. Could kind of just go over here. Yeah, I think I'll do something like that. This way a little bit more. Sorry, can't get that on there the way I want it, and now it's sticky. Come on. I should have just put it down and then done the glue. Okay, I think that is good on that. And I'll have to let that dry again. I feel like it needs something else over here. Maybe a doily. Maybe one of these would be good. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Kind of come partially over here. Because I'm going to still see some of that. And take out these little flowers and do them on a few spots. That. So, try to get this heart. It up so that you can kind of tell a little bit better that it's a heart. I don't mind the these pieces down at the bottom. I just wanted the top to look more like a heart. Oh, I know something that I have. I have these little, these would work with the little pink eyelets. These were printed, so I'm going to have to be real careful. Oh yeah, I can already see a water spot in there. Doesn't seem like it's doing anything else. I don't mind the one water spot because that kind of gives it age, but it doesn't, it's not moving off or anything. I think I like the bigger one over here. So let's see. Just don't brush too long. That adds a little more of that pink, but I want it up here. Yeah, I like it better up there. Oops, this one I do need to put it under. Okay, there we go. That helps move that pink around a little bit. Alright, so that's as far as we're going to go on that today because now it has to dry again. And then I have to decide if I want to do anything else to the front and what that'll be, so we'll do that a different time together because this has to all dry. So I hope that was helpful, and this is the first time I've done one like this, so we learned some stuff together. So I will chat with you guys again soon. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe, and bye-bye now.